Right connections. All you gotta do is hush. You ain't gotta say much when you make them right connections. If you wanna double up, get the money in the tub. I can point you in the right direction. I can never get enough. All I got is us. I speak the true confession. Everything goes smooth 'cause I stay on the move and make them right connections. All you gotta do is hush. You ain't gotta say much when you make them right connections. You already know the vibe. We are here. And y'all know what type of time we on when you see my girl CarI, baby. We are here with the Culture Connection. What's going on with you, Car?
What's going on in the kitchen? Like I like to say. What an evening it has been. Sorry, everyone. We are late coming in. Live shows. You know what happens.
Y'all know, we have technical difficulties, but we are good. We are here. We are pushing through, and it worked out because now we're going to spin the block and we're going to make it a series. You know what I'm saying? Because we got an amazing guest coming through tonight. You know what I mean? That has done so many amazing things when we talk about the culture. So it's only right that we spin the block and have them back anyway. So Saturday, you know what I'm saying? We're going to tap back in with him and we're going to dig a little bit more into what he got going and everything he has done that has affected the culture in such a dope way. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I have to laugh because I just said what's going on in the kitchen, and ChoClair did his little private chat. He's like, I never knew the answer to that. What a good sport. He has been such a good sport all day. I tell you, like we've had him just like we've been messaging each other kind of back and forth. The funny thing is actually ChoClair is a friend of mine, and like there's I don't know if we'll have time to go into it, but there's like a whole backstory to things. And anyway, so I messaged him and we were just having this chuckle this morning and stuff. So he's been like this good mood all day, and I was like, yeah, I can't wait for this interview. And then of course we had techie issues, and then he can't like get in. We're like, no, we don't want you here.
Look, but we figured it out. You know what I'm saying? So look, we already know. We appreciate everybody that's staying in the stream. Shouts out to everybody that's watching. And we ain't going to hold it up too much longer, man. We're going to go ahead, bring in the man, the myth, the legend. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with you, ChoClair? How you doing, brother?
I'm good. Now I gotta go and stand on a higher priority because you boosted me up, and I'm still asking the question of how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Talk about it.
I don't know. I can't talk about it because I don't know how much wood they chucking.
Look, that's very important. You got to know the details. You know what I'm saying?
This is why we actually brought you on, is because we don't know the answers to these questions. And, you're such a wise person and you've been there, done that. But let's have you on and ask these questions. What is going on in the kitchen, and how much wood can a woodchuck cut? If you could wood cut, chuck cut, I don't even know. See?
Look, you can't even say it. If you can't say it, you definitely don't know the answer to it. You know what I mean?
Wasn't that Kanye?
Kanye?
Sway. You don't get the answer, Sway. You don't get the answer, Sway. Because we don't even know what the question is.
Well, okay. Anyways, I have a question for you.
It's a pleasure to be here with you guys, 100%. Thank you guys for having me on your show. I love it. Thank you guys. And I'm glad that we were able to work through what we were dealing with before.
Pure professionals, you know what I mean? And like I said, you spoke about questions, and I have one for you. You know what I mean? I want to know how you got your name. You know what I'm saying? Before we talk about everything, I would love to know how you got your name, sir. The floor is yours.
Okay, so here, I'll give you this thing. So, unfortunately for me, back in the day, people as beautiful as CarI, I would always put me in the friend zone. And And then I was just the friend. Like I knew I was not cool. Nobody thought I was cool, but I was just a little bit over the side of not being cool. And they asked me one time. I went out with the cool kids. I don't know why they asked me to come out, but they asked me to come out, and I went out with these guys, and we went to Scarborough Town Center, and then we were over at the McCowan station there with the RT train, and the next day somebody asked me. They were like, "Who are you? Which guy were you?" And I was like, "I wasn't the light skinned guy. I wasn't the chubby guy. I was the dark skinned guy." And somebody, and then I said, ChoClair. And then they went and we had this area in our school at Pope John Paul. That's the high school I went to at Pope John Paul. And we had this area called the Pit. And then they came up and he like, oh, he tried to lower his voice like Barry White and told him and told some girl that he was not the dark skinned guy, the light skinned guy, he was the chocolate guy. And I told him I was ChoClair guy. And then somebody said something and I said ChoClair as light as air. And then they tried to go and punk me for it. And then I became ChoClair. Then they said they tried to go and make it because the name stuck. Then they said, oh, he's not a ChoClair, he's a Chisnoclet. And I said, yes, because when your girl walks by, you will say that Chiz knocked it. And that's how I came up with the name ChoClair.
Oh, look.
Grade 10, right? That's how it came up. That's the true story, right to the bone.
Look. It's the ChoClair is light as air for me. You know what I'm talking about? I heard the bar. You know what I'm talking about?
I rap when I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, but that's how that name came up. Then and then I was ChoClair. I was Special K before that because my name is Kareem. I was Special K before that, and then I became ChoClair.
Okay, so
I like ChoClair much better than Special K.
Yeah.
Oh, then you will definitely hate Kyram B.
Oh,
Another name.
yeah, no.
Look, you might as well be saying the woodchuck line because you can't even say that. You know what I mean?
Imagine. No.
with all that being said, with that wonderful story, man, because that's a super dope story on how you got your name. So for those who might not know, who is ChoClair?
Man, I'm boring, but I love people. I enjoy conversations. I feel like I'm on a dating site right now. But like I'm boring. I love people. I love talking with people, and I like enjoying situations that might happen for whatever reason that the situation of what we get involved into comes about. And I just like it. And I want everybody to enjoy it as much as I enjoy it. And everything that I'm about is it's just like smiles. And like I don't know. Like I hope and I pray to God that I wake up tomorrow, but I may not. And if I don't, I would love to have everybody go and remember the great times that we had while I was here. And I just want to go and make sure that we have a great time while we're here. And that's me, and that's the music that I do, and the music and the vibes and the people that I meet. And it's so awesome right now, after 2 years of not being able to go and be on the road, that I'm now on the road and everybody's talking to me about, oh, you're viral. Viral what? Like viral? I'm thinking viral like the needle. No, but they like, oh, you viral because you all over the place right now because we just keep seeing that you going out and doing shows. And I'm like, you know what? I just want to go and see you all.
Yeah.
And that's it. And that's what I love. I enjoy people. I enjoy the connection, and I just believe in greatness and interaction with other people. And that's it. Actually, okay, let me give you one real quick. Somebody comes up to me, they say, "Shit ain't sweet." So it's a song that I have with me and Classified and Royce the 5'9". And then somebody will come up to me. So the first line that I do in the song is, "Shit ain't sweet. Cheese sandwiches for lunch, 2 jeans by week, $1 short for the bus fare again this week." But then somebody will just run up to me at 7-Eleven and go, "Shit ain't sweet," and expect me to know what they're talking about. And until I realized, oh, that's how people are saying hi to me.
Yeah.
And then I started to go, and I would go and collaborate the next lines and the next lines and whichever. But that's the beauty of it. And that's the beauty of how much I just, yeah, like you guys give me strength, and I appreciate it.
Well, all the strength back to you. I mean, that's one thing because we do have a mutual friend, and she's just like bragged about you, and she's like, he's just the sweetest guy, whatever. And then she comes up and she tells me like this whole story of how you guys went out, got some food or whatever one night, and then I don't know, it was just saying something how the food just needed something like a little bit more, flavor, whatever. And then you literally open up your pocket, and then there's like this hot sauce that you presumably carry around with you all the time. So I was like, okay, this should be an interesting conversation.
The funny thing is that for whatever reason, I always got a hot sauce in my pocket. I don't know why, but sometimes black pepper and some sauce, I have it in my pocket. I just have it. And then you know what? I get kicked out of clubs because I walk into clubs and they check you down, and all of a sudden I have a bottle of hot pepper sauce in my pocket, and they're like, "You can't bring that in." I was like, I didn't even want to bring that in, but for the food or whatever. But yes, that is very true, and that did happen, and it actually happens. Sorry.
Well, I could just imagine you like with this trench coat with like rows of like hot sauce.
Oh my gosh, no, because when I do, and it's funny that you brought up the trench coat, when I do walk through with a trench coat, they think that I'm going to do something completely different than pull out hot sauce out of my pocket. They think differently than what I'm actually do.
And I can imagine.
Yeah, I'm just like, just dab that in there. Just like
someone,
a little.
Please call 911.
Isn't that what's his name? Isn't that
Wycliffe?
Yeah.
Wycliffe.
Please call 911.
Everybody's on the dance floor. Oh, whoa.
Yeah,
Sean Kingston.
Yeah, unfortunately, I am that guy that will have hot sauce in his pocket.
I love it. See, this is why you need him in your life.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? Shouts out to the culture gang. They got a question. How was it working with Royce the 5'9"?
Okay, that is actually really awesome because I am such a fan of Royce the 5'9". So now I'm doing a track with Classified and Royce the 5'9". And then I just know Royce the 5'9", he's gonna come in and boom, 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 kill it. I know that. So what did I do? I'm wearing a red jacket in that video because I borrowed my friend's jacket, like just one of these guys that had all these Umbro jackets or whatever, these big, super, extremely heavy leather jackets that cost like $800, and I will never think about paying that much for a jacket. And I went and I did it, and he was cool. And over the years, like we meet each other like through voice talking and stuff like that, and it's just dope. It's dope. Like I can't even say like me being friends with Royce, me being friend with somebody like Method Man, me being friend with Red Man.
Legends.
Yeah.
I can't even go and put it into in a word to go and say how great that is, and it's great to when they come to the city and they see me, and it's there's a picture out there on somewhere up on social media wherever where like me and him just giving each other like a great big hug because we don't see each other for 3 years past, and then I see him,
Yeah.
and but he's just like ChoClair, and I met him through Socrates. And so big shout out to
No.
Socrates on that. Because yeah, I can't even I can't say to the degree of how awesome it is to know that I know uh Royce the 5'9", they know me. I know Method Man, they know me. I know Redman, they know me.
Yeah.
Shoot, I met James Brown, took his hand out in the limousine. It's crazy the people that I met and
Yeah,
know,
that's dope.
and
Oh, yeah.
I'm humbled to the degree like I'm so humbled just to be able to know these guys.
Yeah. Man, I'm pretty sure, man. You speak when you talk about the guys, the people who you have met. It don't seem like it's just a working relationship. It seems like y'all really locked in, and that's really what it's about when we talk about the culture. And I kind of want to take my time with it, and man, and fully let the people understand who you are, some of the things you've done. When we talk about your music and everything you've been doing, when did you first know that A, music was something that you was good at, and B, it was something that you wanted to pursue?
Great question. Great question. I what I when I realized when I knew what I wanted to go and do was for anybody from Toronto and on the east side of Toronto, which is Scarborough, which is where I grew up in. I went to this place. It's called Markham and Eglinton. That's like a hot corner, like going to MLK and 125 Street or something like that. It was a hot corner, and I went there and I went and I did something, and my brother was the guy that was rapping, like everybody knew who he was, and they would call me Junior. And they went and they would be like, "Hey Junior, you're gonna rap like your brother, you're gonna rap like your brother." And I didn't know. I was listening to Brian Adams in the summer of '69. I was listening to Paul Young. Every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you. Like I listened to all that stuff, and also with the hip hop. But somebody said I was writing a couple things down, and somebody said, "You're good. You should stay at it." So I stayed at it. That's when I knew. And then I did that, and then I started working, going jobs. I was a daycare teacher. A lot of people don't know that, but I was a daycare teacher, and I was teaching young people to be better people. And that's what I did. But then I had to make a choice because I wasn't able to be a daycare teacher. And at that time, in the middle of the 90s, there was not a lot of guys that were daycare teachers, and a lot of especially the male children, needed some type of male guidance, and they wanted me to stay, but I couldn't stay because I was always touring. And that's how it all became. And then I was just like, I have to make a choice.
Yeah.
June 28th, 1998 was my last day working as a daycare teacher. And
Wow.
the funniest thing about everything is that I still meet the kids that were 5, 6, 8, 9, whatever, and they'll be like, "You were my teacher back in the day," and I meet
Yeah.
them, and then they
Yeah.
come up to me and
That's
they go and check me, and that is the coolest shit ever because
Yeah.
I don't even know how to go and react to them because I don't know if I'm supposed to still be their teacher or if I'm gotta be like meet.
ChoClair.
yeah. I think
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, going to that point, I did myself actually teach kindergarten for a little while. And I still see my students around, and it's the same, like, it's still like the whole teacher student type of a relationship. But at the same time, like, I've seen them grow up a little bit and have their families and things. And I'm like, this is super cool. And like, I don't still kind of treat it as that. I just more treat them more as a friend now because they are a little bit older. But I do take them back down, memory lane and be like, okay, well, do you remember this or do you remember that or whatever? And then I can bug their wives about it and be like, oh yeah, you did this in class or this or that. And then they just laugh over it. So you have like that deeper meaning. And of course, obviously, if they remember you through all this time, then you must have made an impact on them through their lives at some point, because otherwise, just like any other type of artist or any other type of TV show or anything that influences our lives, if it's not an influence, you're just going to forget it, right? In one year, out another. I don't know how many songs I've heard, millions of songs probably over the past even 10 years. And I tell you, I don't remember all of them. Like, there's no way. So for anyone to remember who you are, that's pretty powerful, I would say.
Oh, I remember all of them. I obviously I can't give names because that's protection for these young kids, and some of them I don't know what's going on, but some of them I do know what is actually going on, and they message me and they talk to me, and yeah, like it's a great experience because I don't know. A lot of things that a lot of I try to go and show to a lot of people is like I want people to succeed in whatever they want to succeed. And for some reason, I continue to get these messages from people about certain things. So going back as me going and looking at when I was a teacher and raising these kids, and these kids were all like 3 to 6 years old,
Yeah.
and and then they come back to me and talk to me and everything is just an awesome scenario. And then they're old and they're swearing because like they swear to be like, "Yo, Jax, you the," and then I'm like, Shut your mouth with
You're like,
that
don't swear.
with that curse word. Don't swear. You're not allowed to swear. You're
Don't
still
swear.
you're you're still 7."
That
And
is
it,
so
it,
cool.
it is crazy to me because, but they're not.
Yeah.
They're 23 years old,
Yeah. Yeah.
and but they know who I am, and they remember, and they'll be like, "Oh, yeah, you taught me when I was a kid." They'll tell me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Wow, like was it that long ago?" But it's such a wonderful thing, and if I have done anything that I've tried to do and I was a positive light into their life, I'm glad that I was there to do it because they were wonderful, wonderful people. And I'm glad that I can see them 20 years later and they'll be like, "Yeah, you were my teacher." And I'm like, "Yes." And I'm glad that you were still alive and doing your thing. Oh, what? Now you're selling me insurance? Shut the fuck up and go away because I don't want you to do. Now you want to do all this stuff? Nah, get away and leave me alone. And you tell your mom that she had good shoes.
Talk your shit. Look, now the way you talking, like that was so dope. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, something big. Shouts out to the culture game, man, because that's exactly where I was going with it. When you
Yeah.
speak about your students, it sounds impactful. You know what I'm saying? But you done so much in your career. Overall, what has been some of your biggest moments? When we talk about just overall, is it the students? Is it some of the people you made, the crowds you done rock? Because you've been in the game for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So when you think from now, then and now, what was your biggest moment?
one of my best moments, I won't say if it was my biggest moment, but one of my best moments was, unfortunately, it was 9/11. Me and Socrates were out in California, in LA, and Sox calls me. He's in whatever room he's in. He calls my room. And he's like, turn on the TV. Do you see what's going on? It's like a effing movie, is what he said. So I turn on the TV, and then we all seen what was going on. And that was the day that I was doing a song with Corrupt, which was Skunk.
Come on, man.
Yeah, and so I called Corrupt, and I go and I said, "Be like, are you guys still good to do this?" Because at that point now we were stuck in LA for like 7 days because all the airplanes were all shut down and everything like that. And he's like, "Yep, let's go and do it." And that's why when you hear the song Skunk and when Corrupt comes in and the first line he says, "People want to bomb our trade center. You motherfucker bitch ass niggas calculate, calculative intervention," because it was that day. So with that being said, and
Wow.
big up to Eastwood, he was there that day. So then DJ Jam was like, "Yo, I don't know, the Alcoholics, Corrupt, all the West Coast guys,
Yeah.
they were leaving to go on a tour the morning." And they said, "Do you want to go and hang out with these guys this night?" I was like, "Of course." So then we go over to Snoop's house. So we
Okay.
were at Snoop's house. As soon as we get there, everybody patting us down. You have
Yeah.
some.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm Canadian. We,
We don't carry weapons.
we will hate you. We will hate you with love.
Or a baseball bat, whatever comes first.
And so then
Oh man.
and then so now I'm at Snoop's house. So I go into Snoop's room, studio, and he has a Fisher Price like
Yeah, no.
the lawn picnic table.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, it's yellow on one side, red on the other, and the whole top of everything is blue. So we go and I'm sitting there, and Snoop does this. So it's me, Socks, and a couple of record label guys. And I'm looking on his wall, and on his wall, he has all these people that's been there. I'm looking, I'm seeing Method Man, I'm seeing Smokey Robinson, I'm seeing this. I'm like, holy cow, holy
Yeah.
cow, I'm in a situation right now. And then Snoop just all of a sudden threw a 2-ton bag of weed on the table, and then he's like, "So you know what I want to do?
That's what I'm talking about.
Because everything in the world is beautiful, and because everything is beautiful, 18 go down." So me and Socks, we trying to be cool because I'm with Alcoholics, the Loonies, all these big time rapper guys that like yeah, you that, and I'm great to be around it. And then he went and smoked me the hell out. Where you ever go and like lean on a wall, and when you need to leave the room and you slowly curve around the wall to kind of get your way out, because I couldn't
Oh,
smoke.
you was high. You was high.
Oh, I couldn't. And then they were playing Madden's
Oh
football,
man.
and then I wanted to play, and then the tour bus showed up, and there was like just like 3:30 or something like that in the morning, and then the tour bus showed up because they were going to leave, and I'm high. I wanted to play football. There's the Alcoholics. There's the West Siders. There's Snoop Dogg. Over there is Exhibit, and over here is
Oh
Dr.
wow.
Dre, and I don't even know what to do, but just be like, just get out of here proper. Don't see that guy leaving right now. Like, yeah, don't fall over. Like, don't fall down. Don't give him a reason to go and clown you.
Yeah.
And my only reason is just to be like, you know what an experience. And then I remember somebody said it, and I won't remember who actually said it, but somebody said it to me because when we do shows and you see everybody and they got like phones up and everybody's trying to video you and whatever. And the main thing that one person said to me that day, and maybe they were perceiving all the stuff that we would talk about. He's like, enjoy the moment when you're in the moment. You don't need to take a picture of it because I got the story to share with you.
Absolutely.
I don't need to put it in a phone and play it for you.
Yeah.
I got it. I got my story. I got my story with Odb. I got my story.
I need
And
someone like that in my life to take like videos of everything for me, so I'm not there going, oh.
like, I understand why people would do it. Oh, what was that? This is your friend over there. You know what? It's cool because you want to go and videotape it, but I could tell you,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when Odb got arrested, you know why he got well, not why he got arrested. He got arrested leaving my studio session where I did Swap Dirt Dogs.
Man, come on, man. Look,
No,
like
he's
I
wearing
believe.
and he got arrested because he was wearing what they arrested him for was because he was wearing his whatever jacket, flat jacket underneath his shirt. And he came into the studio 8 hours late, by the way, and $20,000 more.
Look,
I had to go and call Virgin. I'm like, yo, dude just told me he's gonna be here, so he's already 8 hours late. Dude said he's gonna be here right now, and he's like, you guys need to put another 5K on that shit.
Oh.
wow.
And then I have to call Virgin, which was what I was signed. I was signed to Virgin.
And is that coming out your budget? Is that
absolutely it's coming out of my budget? And he's like, and I'll be there in 30 minutes, which was 6 hours later. So we ended up doing the whole song and everything. And then the song came out great, and he was absolutely friendly. One quick story I'll show you with you is, so he kept calling me Shah. So when you hear the song name Swap Dirt Dogs and you hear me like, go Shah, go Shah, go Shah. So the engineer guy goes and says, hey, here's Mr. Dirty. And he called him Mr. Dirty. Mr. Dirty, his name is actually ChoClair. And he goes, and he just popped off. I know what the fuck his name is. That's the problem with y'all. Y'all been trying to tell us what to do for 300 motherfucking years. And I was like, oh my God, what's happening here? But that's the experience that I have. And I would take that over having a clip shot on anything.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Look. What you talking about is hip hop. We talking about the legendary Corrupt. We talking about Snoop Dogg. We talking about Exhibit. We talking about Dr. Dre and the late great Old Dirty Bastard. If you know, you know. Like, those are legendary experiences when we talk about hip hop in its pure form. You know what I mean? And you have been able to touch so many people when we talk about winning awards and just being around legends. Let me ask you, brother. Being around those guys, what did you take in just being a student of the game? Even if it wasn't something that they told you, just things you picked up being around such legendary individuals.
I can, okay, so I will kind of slide a little bit off of like saying what they told me, but because it meant so much to me. So I went, I was, when the Up in Smoke tour with Snoop, Dre, Eminem, and Dr. Dre, and Ice Cube, and when it came to the amphitheater in Toronto. So some reason how I ended up at the place is called the Bamboo. It's at Queen, and it's in downtown Toronto. It was.
I think it's at Queen and Young around there. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's there. So I'm there. So then I'm like I'm just starting, and then I'm just standing right beside Dre. Like I'm just standing beside him, like we about to get on the same train. And so I'm just standing beside him, and he's like, "You're ChoClair, aren't you?" And I was like, "Shit, you're Dre." And
Right.
he's like, "Yep." And I'm like, "Yep." And then he's like, "Yeah, I seen your videos because of I got satellite and whatever." So however he was noticing me, he knew who I was.
Dope. And we talk about Dre Beats, Dr. Dre, legendary Super Bowl Dr. Dre. You know what I'm talking about?
Dre is Dre, and if anybody has shit to say about Dre, they fucking suck.
Yeah.
'Cause Dre
Yeah.
is Dre,
Talk your
and
shit.
Yeah.
I'm like sitting there standing, and he's like acknowledging me, and I'm like,
Dope.
You Dre, like, how do you know me? What?
Right.
He's like, yeah, I got satellite. I
You know
watched
you're in the game when Dre
Yeah,
acknowledges you, Dr. Dre acknowledges, yeah, you're in the game.
Yeah. It's official. It's official.
yeah. He's like, yeah, I
Yeah.
seen the video on whatever satellite, this, that, and the other, and I was like, okay, like, okay. So then, and he goes and he be like, okay, so this was the show in Toronto. And he's like, hey, why don't you come down to the show in Buffalo? Gave me his number, gave me this thing. Me, Carter now, a couple of other friends ran down to the States at before it changed into the HBC Center, whatever, the Buffalo Memorial Auditorium, whatever the old arena was in Buffalo. And then we go back there, and I'm pushing like this 1982. What kind of car was it? 1982 uh, the Escort, and it was before they made the Escort.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's an old ass car with a whole bunch of whatever. I don't have a radio. I have two speakers over the wind flaps there to block the sun from you, but I just hung it
Okay.
over there. And 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 then and then I have to go, and my music is charging off of batteries. So I have eight batteries, eight triple D batteries going in my thing, and then and they would die, and I'd have to go and buy new batteries. But he brought me to the Buffalo show, Dr. Dre. And then I'm backstage, and then Corrupt is like, he's like, "What up, Cleasy?" And then Snoop rolls up, and then and then we all love Snoop, and he's like, "Shot Cleasy, what up?" What did he say to me? "Shot Cleasy, what up, nigga?" Yo, you just got what? You want to smoke something? I was like, nope, because I remember the last time that I did, and that's the
I want to stick out of here along the wall.
What you say, I learned from my mistakes. You know what I'm talking about?
I learned it, and but then I'm at the Up in Smoke tour in Buffalo,
Wow.
and that I can say because he introduced me to that. He talked to me. I met his wife. I'm sure they're not together anymore or whatever, but that's their own shit to deal with.
Right.
And his kids, and then I'm like looking, and he has all these big like studio stereos in his thing. He has food like for like a week, and I'm like, actually, I was like, can I get one of those crepe potatoes that you have over there? And he's like, go and eat whatever you want. And I sat there, and I was there, and that's all right. And then Dre, okay, so going to your point, Dre gave me 3 points that I never will ever forget. He says, always have a hook in your music. So let's just for everybody that knows, still DRE. What's the hook? Boom, 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 boom. As soon as you hear that, you know what song it is. Then he's like, always have a hook in your chorus. So when other people are singing along, they sing along to it. And the last and the third situation that you always got to have is you need a hook in your verse. So it's three hooks. So your verse and the hook. So when everybody goes and they don't know what you're rapping about, and they're like, "Na, na, da, 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 da," and we all going there, and da, 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 and nobody else knows what's going on. He said, those are three hooks. Always make sure those three hooks are in your song. And he is 1000% right.
Dope.
And that's the best. And that I, I like that. I don't have a Wi-Fi video of that situation.
Yeah.
I just remember it. And then as I'm telling you, so you really know that I know because I'm like
Yeah.
overly explaining it. That is what I remember from him, and that was the greatest.
Yeah.
That's
So,
legendary.
Yeah.
That's legendary. You
Rock,
can't pay for that.
rock your three shits. That's what he said. Rock your
Yeah.
three shits, and that's what he told me. And I learned from that, and I believe I've been trying to do that. Uh, Whichever, because I'll go and sit there and somebody's trying. They fuck me up when I go and I sit there. I'll be in the show and somebody will go and I'll be up on stage and then somebody's rapping along with me, but then they mess up the words.
Oh.
And because I'm rapping with them, then they mess me up.
Oh, I hate that when you're in the car and someone messes up the lyrics. You're like, I was on point.
Yeah, and I was on point, but I always remember to go back to the three, and then I just go and I wait. Oh, where's my hook in the verse? And then go back, and then I do that and get back on track. But that's actually a real thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
That's
Catchy, right?
dope, man.
Yeah,
That's
it's
dope.
always going to be catchy. That's what you want. You want to have a repetitive and catchy because that's always what people want. And to have it familiar as well. Because you can hear, like, I'll just even use something so simple as Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And it's in so many songs, that whole just those notes. And you're like, I know this from somewhere. Even though they don't realize it's Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. But there are all those other little songs out there. And you're like, where have I heard this?
It's
So they're
familiar.
always going to be tuned in because it's so familiar. They're like, where? And then they're like, where? And then they'll hook it back to one of your songs or whatever it is that you used it in, right? So they know. It's all familiarity. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, and you're completely right in that because as soon as I hear pum 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 and a pum 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 pum, and I'm like, I know the song already. I know everything that's about to happen within this song. I know it all, and I love it already because I loved it in the first place, and I love it already. And pum pum from Snoop or when I met you last night, baby. Know it already. I don't even know. You don't even
open up your mouth.
I know it. And he gave me those thoughts of
Yeah.
how to go and do songs like that. And I will never forget it. And that's one of my greatest things. Just in case if he's watching right now, I want to big up Chip Fu, who did some things and said hi to me the other day. And that go come, that go come, that go come. Every time ring the alarm. To the town, big up Chip Fu if you're watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legendary, man. That's dope, man. Shouts out to the culture gang. They say you have worked with some of the greats. What do you have going now? And look, and before you tell us this, we gonna close it on now because we're gonna spend Black Saturday, and we don't want to give everybody everything. You know what I mean? Since we came in short, so we're gonna close it out with this question, and we're gonna let you, go and get you some rest. But the people ask this question, so we want to give the people what they want. You know what I mean? And we're going to let you go and we're going to close it out so we can come back Saturday and we're going to dig a whole lot deeper, you know what I mean, into your full story, man, because you've touched the culture in so many different ways, man. So tell us a little bit about what you got going on right now and some of the moves you're making today because you work with some of everybody.
What I got going on right now is that I'm working with, I'm still just doing my music, and uh, I'm actually very much humbled
Yeah.
that there are these artists that actually say what's up to me. Like this, what was it? This morning, just this morning. So somebody goes, so like I have a show at on May 25th at Lulu Lounge. So somebody's like, it's the Naka. So they're quoting me from Let's Ride. They're like, it's the Naka, the Chizraka. And then guess who chirps in? Drake. Party while I'm wine drinking. The runs about the whole way through your thinker. And I'm like, he just chirped in, which is
That's
like
dope. Look,
like
look,
Drake,
like we
is
not
doing
finna do this. We not finna act like that's not legendary. You got Drake chopping it up with you, Snoop chopping it up with you. We talking about legends. And in order for somebody like Drake, who is arguably the #1 artist on the planet, you know what I mean, to tap in with somebody such as yourself, how does that feel? Because that's looking like you the OG. You know what I'm saying at this point?
that was like he's done it before, but it was just really cool how it came in there because they were tapping in on lines like lyrics of whatever.
Picking
So,
up on your songs. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
So one guy came in, it's like the Naka, the Chiz Roxa, and then Drake comes in. Something like I'm forgetting my own lyrics. Drinking, and then I chip in, and I was like, "You get your strategies when you battle." And then they trip right back in.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah, that's dope. I'm pretty sure Drake grew up watching you. Like,
oh, yeah.
like you was that artist that made him believe that he could be who he is. You know what I'm saying?
You know what the funny thing is that we always knew because remember those old shoes, ponies? We did a freestyle battle party to get pony shoes back in the day, and Drake was in the freestyle battle, and I moved him on to the next round. I don't know whatever happened on that. That's how that happened. And then when I'm doing like Raptor halftime shows, and he's like, "Yo, what up?" And I'm like, yo, what up? And, and then he just trips in every here and there, and every once in a while he just trips in and says something, and that's me. And then that's what I want to be for other people. And make sure everybody that's watching this right now, make sure you chirp in on Saturday's event because I don't know, somebody might be the next somebody. Yeah. And you know where I know that somebody from was I met Drake as a young kid when people were freestyling, trying to go and figure out if they were going to win the pony shoes.
Yeah.
That's with freestyle battle back in the day.
Now was he on Degrassi at that point? Or
yeah, I was just gonna ask, was this pre-Degrassi or was it around Degrassi?
I think it was after Degrassi, so he had a little bit of a name, but
yeah,
like some of us were watching Degrassi, but we were watching old Degrassi.
Oh yeah,
not this Degrassi.
Yeah, not the runs of Degrassi, but the reruns on whatever channels being like, okay, this is
and that's why probably we didn't not know him like that, but we knew Joey, whatever the guy, Joey, and the girls that one got pregnant and all this other situation. Like I know that Degrassi, but the new Degrassi I just didn't. But he was on that, and then I remember, and it was the pony show, and actually I actually wish I had a couple of ponies right now. And that's where I ended up meeting him again, and that's whichever. And then he became probably, like you said, like he's probably one of the biggest artists in the world right now.
Yeah.
And it's great, and that's great, and I have nothing but love and everything to go and throw him his flowers. He did it, and I'm proud of him, and I'm proud of everything that happened, and I'm so happy for him. And but that's my story. Like,
and and there's going to be artists that say the same thing about you.
Absolutely. They already saying it. And Drake is one of them. You know what I mean? Because, like, coming up, when you don't have no representation, and I'm pretty sure Canada was like that. You know what I mean? It was like that over here in the States at one point, where we didn't have representation to show us what we wanted to be. And I'm pretty sure in Canada, you guys have the same kind of situation. So when you have artists that's coming up underneath you and they see you, you know what I mean, doing your thing, let's ride, your videos with Lil X, you know what I'm saying, riding in the car, you know what I'm saying, like on Rap City, doing things that you look up to, like that's your dream to be on Rap City. That's your dream to be on BET.
You know what I'm
saying?
Yeah, you know what's funny about that is that you are absolutely correct on all of that, and it sucked. It's different now, but it sucked at that moment because everybody was better than somebody doing something. That's how they felt, and they would shit on you, and you would go and sit there like these the battle rap situations that are going on right now, like big up to KOTD and all these other different whatever, but you got 2 months to prepare. People would just come and show up in the middle of math class and be like, there's some guys from Pickering that are at the bottom of the school and they heard you're the rapper of the school and they want to battle. And it was like rap. And you had to just be ready to rap. You just had to be ready. I used to have Anthem, a friend of mine that was a part of the Circle Crew, whatever. We'd be walking down Young Street and he'd be like, rap. I was like, why? Rap. Why? Rap. Why? And that would be the situation. And I kind of forget where I'm going with this, but I just love, I love where music is at right now. And but I love the struggle and the big up that had to happen for us to get to this point that where you have these other artists being able to flourish, because it was a lot. Like you're just battling somebody in the middle of Young and the Eglinton. Why am I rapping against you? I don't know. I want to go home. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. What am I doing here? Rap.
Yeah.
And then you had to go and take them down.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what it was. And that's where I'm at. And I'm just happy to go and see. And I'm happy to see everybody. I'm happy to see the scene flourish. What I want to do, okay, my last point. I know I'm being very long-winded. My last point. What I want to see more happening is music entertainment linked into the sports entertainment, because we got a great baseball team. Sucks for you Yankee fans and Red Sox fans and Chicago fans. Yep. Fuck all y'all Blue Jays.
Hold on now.
I don't mean it. I'm Blue Jays. I just gotta say it. I'm Blue Jays.
Hold on now.
I'm Blue Jays. But so yeah, and you know what? I wasn't thinking before I said what I said, because I would have said it differently. But I wasn't thinking when I said that. But I wish that they would go and connect the music with the athletics. And we don't do that like you guys do it in the States. Like anybody, whatever, like here, I'm going to give you the love. Anybody, like Kanye West ain't going to talk shit about anything that Michael Jordan did. Scottie Pippen, maybe you might have an opinion of Scottie Pippen or Michael Jordan, but nobody's shitting on that. What's his name? Rose, all those things. We don't have that here, and I wish and I think that we should have that here, because it will go and bring up our entertainment value more when our artists that are here, because most of the most of the ball players that come up into Canada and for the Blue Jays or for the Raptors or for Toronto FC or for the Argonauts, they're not Canadian born, but they should know who we are. So that way they can support and support the situation. And I think that's one thing that is lacking right here. Oh, wait, who's that? Did somebody just say, did he just come at the White Sox? Oh, no, I didn't come at the White Sox. Don't get mad at me, please. I'm just reading a text that just came through, and I was like, no, don't get mad at me.
Look, look.
If you're playing against the Blue Jays, I am going to say something against you guys.
Tell them.
Look. You can't be rah-rah and then turn back Canadian and be nice. You gotta stand on that. You gotta stand.
We ain't that nice up here. We ain't that nice. We are just known to be nice, but we ain't that nice up here.
I did. I did.
You guys have the teams, and I don't have the team in my city, so you guys can battle it all out.
Oh, that's it. Oh, we put our floor mat right at the front door. You ain't walking in our house with your shoes on. Take your shoes off and dust off your dirt, and then come in our house. That's Canada.
Talk your shit, man. But look, we gonna come back Saturday, man, because there's so much more we want to dig into your story, man. We really do appreciate you coming through to the Culture Connection with me and CarI, man. Your energy is amazing. We sitting here talking to a legend, a living legend, literally, when we talk about touching the culture, affecting the culture, and connecting the culture. And that's what me and CarI all about, man. So we appreciate you coming through, giving us your time, man. And we're going to be back Saturday. It was a question that they want to hear more, and they want to know when and what time we're going to be back Saturday. So tell them what time we're going to be back Saturday with ChoClair, CarI.
Yeah, you guys tell me. What time are we going to go and connect back on Saturday?
So what time? Well, normally I have my other show connected with CarI on Saturday nights on Just FM, Just TV at 7 p.m. So, but because of my special guest here beside me on the screen is so wonderful, we're going to have you back on Saturday to fill in that time slot just because. Just because.
So you know what? Let's do it. And then you know what? Then and I'll
it's a double header. It's a double header.
Yeah, and I'll make it as extremely PG as possible. Come out with us Saturday night. Actually, I got a show on Friday, and I got to do something on Saturday, but it's during the day.
Okay.
So I'll be back here at around 7. So afterwards, after
your time. It'll be 9 o'clock your time, but 7 o'clock my time, Mountain Standard Time, and 8 o'clock Big Wall's time.
8 o'clock my time.
And 9 o'clock your time. 7, 8.
You guys are 2 hours behind me.
Yeah.
Well, you 2 hours behind me.
Yeah, CarI is.
Yeah, because I'm in Alberta.
Oh, so yeah, you same time. You're 2 hours
behind. Yeah.
Yeah, you 2 hours behind. So you know what? I finish off at like 5. So 7, 8, 9, whatever
7, 8,
time.
9.
7, 8, 9. Oh my
7,
gosh.
8, 9. So we're going to be right here 7, 8, 9 Saturday where we're going to have part 2 with the legendary ChoClair, where we're going to dig a little bit more deeper into his history and everything about the culture.
And remember that one Sesame Street thing that happened, and that will help you to remember the time. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
11, 12.
And we're going to be there, and we're going to go and jam, and we're going to have a good time. And thank you to everybody out there. Yo, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you for having me and talking with me. And let's go and have some more fun on Saturday. We will definitely do that for sure. We're going to have
Absolutely.
No problem.
And I will have more stories for you, and I will do the best to not be in jail.
Now I'm holding you to that. You know what I mean? We need you out here on these streets. You know what I'm talking about? That's a fact, man. But
I think
until
it's free when you're in jail. I think they got Wi-Fi there.
I don't know, Carrie.
Yeah, I'm not sure they have Wi-Fi. Their Wi-Fi goes directly to the district attorney.
Yeah,
oh, man. We appreciate you coming through, brother. We're going to tap in Saturday, man. We might need to hear some music, too. You know what I'm saying? Let the people hear some music, man, because you're going viral these days, man. You cooking.
I'm going to go and send you guys email with all of these things. So then that way, when you go and over the pandemic 2 years stuff where nothing was happening, you put out a couple of music and you guys can go and check it out and then come to me and be like, the one song is called Got This, and be like, yeah, Shocks, you got this. And I'm going to send it to you.
Shout out to the culture gang, London Paris in the building. She say, yes, we definitely want to hear some music. You already know the vibe. So the culture speaking. Head Event Music Group in the building. They speaking, man. That's one thing about the culture. They speak. So they want to hear some music. They want to hear more about your story, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to give the people what they want. You know what I'm talking about?
I'll give them everything that they want. I give them the music. We have great music. There's dope music. I'm a dope artist. I can't even if I don't say it, then no one else will say it, or someone else will say it. But I need to say it.
If you don't say it, Drake will say it.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me, why do you wear your own shirt? I'm like, well, if I don't wear it, who else is gonna wear it? Then everybody else gotta wear it.
Look,
when they see me wearing it,
there you go. You got to. You got to. You know what I'm saying?
There we go. And for some reason, elephants are cool. I didn't know that, but I got an elephant. But elephants are cool, and that's my shit. Jumbo elephant.
Elephants are cool. Elephants is a known fact. They mate for life, and they make these wonderful relationships with other female elephants. It's a really cool thing. So you're making music for life.
See, that's what makes you a wonderful person, because you took the niceness of everything and put it into there. When I see elephants, they're attacking a lion.
That's the Canadian. That's the Canadian in her. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, wait. Us Canadians always just say sorry, and then we'll move on.
We do say sorry. We say sorry way too much.
I'm sorry.
Even when it's not actually even proper to say it, because we didn't do anything wrong.
I'm sorry. I didn't let you in the room first. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hold the door for you. I'm sorry. I didn't get you keys. I'm sorry.
Oops. I didn't give you half of my chocolates. Oops.
You gotta relax.
That's Rolo. Oops.
Hey, you barely get an excuse me down here in the States. It's rough. It's raw. You know what I'm talking about? You don't get no love down here in the States. There's certain parts of the state, and you know what I'm saying, when you get to the South, people are a little bit more friendly. But
you know what's funny is, like, every time I go down into the States, and everybody, and they always talk to me like I got an accent, and I'm like,
you do.
You do. I don't got an accent.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I'm speaking English.
But it's okay. Okay, do I sound like I got an accent?
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
See?
That's awesome.
This is what we doing. This is the culture connection. I sound perfect to me. I ain't got no accent. What are y'all talking about?
First of all, you're saying y'all.
Y'all is acceptable because that's Canadian. We can. That's okay.
It's awesome, man. Yo, it's great, and thank you. And I look forward to going and talking with you guys on Saturday. Oh my gosh, when we get a chance to go and sit down, and I know we had issues getting everything linked up, but now I know how to link up. You know what the problem was is that what was the thing? It was I'm just looking at it right over. It was the browser because it was the Google Chrome, and I
Yeah.
needed to link up with you guys on Firefox.
Oh.
That
Well,
was the issue.
we got it now. So Saturday we're gonna do part 2 with the legendary ChoClair. He gonna spin the block with me and CarI, and we're gonna dig a little deeper, man. We're gonna talk about everything he got going more in detail. Hear some more of his amazing stories. You know what I mean? Hear some of the music, and we just gonna have a ball, man. So we appreciate you coming through, brother. And again, we thank you, and we will see you Saturday, brother.
Thank you very much, and I will see you Saturday. And everybody out there, thank you guys for tuning in and everything. Go on Saturday, because I know this is not an American thing. So here, me and my Canadian friend, we going to have curry goat and rice and peas.
Oh.
Yeah,
nice.
that's definitely a Canadian thing.
You know,
Definitely.
we don't like curry goat. What? That's
Definitely.
Like, they just
Definitely.
eat and gravy down there and what else?
yeah, we'll go and connect on that and figure out why they don't like goat in the States.
You just said it because it's goat, but we're gonna talk about it Saturday. You know what I mean?
Curry goat and rice and peas. Yes, look at that. Who's this? London. Yes, curry goat, rice and peas. If you don't like it, try it. You're gonna love it. And then all of a sudden, you're gonna expect me to cook it. And
Maybe they don't serve it in the States. Maybe they'd have to come up here to Canada to try it.
I was in California with the same time when whatever, and I was like, "Hey, can I get some curry goat?" And he's like, "Goat." I was like, "Yeah, goat, curry goat." And he's like, "Goat, goat." And I'm like, "Who does not eat curry goat?" He's like, "We don't." And I was like, "You want some veal?" I'm like, "Veal? What the hell is veal?" And he's like, "Yep." So he gave me veal, and I gave him curry goat, and that part of my California experience right there.
But I like how you twerked your voice for the California accent. You know what I'm saying? I see you over there. You working on your accents.
Did I actually do that? I didn't
You
even know.
nailed it. You nailed it. Yeah, you was like, yeah, I see you.
It's me. I'm around you American guys way too much. Because
yeah, I can tell. You picking up on the dialect.
No, it's so true. We hang around you guys like way too long, even for like a day or like a few hours. We'll start talking like you, and it's just like the weirdest stuff.
So now I'm gonna figure out how to talk different. Like I'm gonna talk like I'm from Newfoundland.
Oh, that's even worse. Then you
Yeah,
get
bye. Yeah, bye. Hey,
yeah,
bye. Hey,
yeah,
bye.
bye.
Yeah, bye. I'm gonna do that the next time. Saturday, I'm gonna be all about bye.
Okay.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate you coming through, man, and we're gonna see you Saturday, all right?
All right. Much love, much love. Thank you guys, and thank you guys for holding it down while I was figuring out all this technical stuff. Much love, much love, much love. Can't wait to go and talk to you guys on Saturday. It's gonna be awesome.
All right, brother.
And peace to everybody out there and everybody that's been checking in and posting and writing their texts. And yeah, my shoe size is 13. Don't take it anywhere. Don't take it anywhere. Just
big shoes to fill.
and that's where we'll leave it. That's where we're absolutely going to leave it. Everybody have a wonderful. Because somebody asked me, right? It's like, so I have to just respond to that. So have a wonderful night.
Gotta give them what they want. Have a good night, bro.
Take care, you guys. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
CarI. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's legendary status. When we talk about somebody putting in game, giving the culture jewels and everything. You know what I'm saying? Super dope.
That was worth the wait.
It was.
Well, that's the thing. Like I found during before the pandemic, actually, because I did kind of start all of my streaming and everything kind of before, I had to learn how to do all this stuff and try different platforms and try different streaming things and try different browsers, all this kind of stuff. And, when you don't do it, you don't know how to do it. You come on, you're like, what do I press, this, that? So always, and because we do it so much, we're like, oh yeah, we'll just do sound check 10 minutes before the show and it should be fine. But I have to encourage people to say, please let us know if you've never streamed before. So we can get you on a little bit earlier and figure it out beforehand. But that's part of our cultures on both sides, is the whole streaming. It's just one of those things. And we do have patience for it, of course, but, we do apologize for going in a little bit late tonight. But thank you, everyone who did stick around. You guys are amazing. It was definitely worth it. So, yeah, it happens.
Look, we appreciate it, man. We still got so many people still in here in the stream, tapping in with us. We appreciate all the love, all the support. We will be back Saturday for round 2 with ChoClair. Then you already know, next Tuesday, we're going to be right here with the same type of vibe, same type of energy, giving you news you can use with myself and CarI. You already know the vibe. So until next week, and before next week, next Saturday. Next Saturday.
2 days away.
2 days away. We're going to spin a block, man. We're going to be right back here giving you guys the vibe. And you already know we appreciate you guys. Shouts out to everybody in the building. We really, really do appreciate it. So until Saturday, I'm your boy, Big Wall.
I'm your girl, CarI. And this is
the Culture Connection. And like I always say, your culture makes you who you are. So make sure they respect it. We're going to catch you on the next episode. We up out of here.
All you gotta do is hush, you ain't gotta say much when you make that right connection. If you wanna double up, keep the money in the tug, I can put you in the right direction. I can never get enough, all I got is us, I speak the true confession. Everything goes smooth cause I stay on the move and make them right connections. All you gotta do is hush, you ain't gotta say much when you make them right connections. If you wanna double up, keep the money in the tug, I can put you in the right direction. I can never get enough, all I got is us, I speak the true confession. Everything